Archangel Michael says, "Be still now, because the spiritual air around your name has been disturbed." A person you trusted, or once held space for in your heart, has moved in secret and placed your name before legal hands. But while they thought they were moving silently in the dark, heaven has already lit up their footprints. A document bearing your name is now sitting on a lawyer's table, and someone whispered lies into it as though truth would not find them. There are claims being made, and actions being taken, that you were never consulted about. This person believed they could manipulate law and energy at the same time, but they forgot who you are tied to in spirit. That very paper is being watched from above. A divine interception has already begun, not in weeks or months, but now. The spirit realm is moving behind the scenes to reverse, expose, and dismantle everything they tried to bind with ink and signature. Your name was not just written in that legal document. It was targeted with intention to delay your joy, disturb your path, and steal something that doesn't belong to them. But the heavens are not silent. The court of God has risen, and now the person who brought you into a courtroom in secret is the one whose name will be exposed in shame. Type Amen to get blessing 333. This battle was never just physical. It began as jealousy, then turned into obsession, and now has reached the desk of an attorney who doesn't know the full truth. But Archangel Michael says, the truth is about to walk right into that office. Someone is trying to play games with your life as if you have no protection. But what they forgot is that the name they placed before the lawyer is the name God already placed in the Book of Honor. You are chosen, and this battle will be remembered not for how it began, but for how it ends in your victory. You are not helpless in this storm. The wind of this attack was meant to cause destruction, but instead, it will carry you to a higher elevation. Because heaven is involved now, the same lawyer who received their false words will witness the truth fall like lightning. This case will not break you, it will bless you. It will not trap you, it will transition you. And as this legal matter gains attention, the scales are tipping in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 707. This person thought you wouldn't find out. But the one they shared that document with is about to feel the discomfort of dealing with someone heaven defends. Your name is protected, not just by words, but by divine positioning. An email, a file, or a printed page holds what they believe is their advantage. But God is standing over it now. You were supposed to lose, they thought, but something in the spirit just turned the entire energy around. Archangel Michael says, their pen moved against you, but heaven's sword is now drawn in your favor. A reversal is taking place in quiet power. This is no longer just about legal matters, it is spiritual justice, roaring through the invisible courtroom. You may feel pressure, even confusion, but do not allow fear to enter your body. The truth is that God has delayed your reaction for a reason, because the moment of your move is approaching. What they are doing in secrecy is about to be judged openly. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The reason the attack got this deep is because your blessing is even deeper. You are close to breakthrough, and the enemy sensed it. So they sent someone to attempt to cut you off at the root, but they failed. That file will not move forward in the way they imagined. Because something divine just inserted new evidence in your favor. The very same person who tried to ruin your name will accidentally unlock a new opportunity for you. A judge is going to see something they didn't expect. A second voice is going to rise up with the real truth. And what they believed would crush you will actually be the proof that elevates you. They have no idea what realm your name is protected in. This is not just about court documents, it's about spiritual inheritance. The one who tried to erase you is about to be removed from your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They underestimated you. And worse, they underestimated your connection to divine truth. But that's where their downfall begins, because God will never allow lies to win when your calling is still unfolding. The attacks seem louder now because you're so close to breakthrough. The lawyer may not know your heart, but heaven does. And God is already whispering to someone close to the case, look again. The angelic realm is aligning divine timing. Even the courtroom energy is shifting. What was filed in evil intent is going to be flipped into something that gives you favor, settlement, or unexpected compensation. They don't know that touching your name was touching something sacred. That paper they filed was not just a document, it became a trigger for divine exposure. And exposure is coming fast. Type Amen to get blessing 919. This isn't just spiritual warfare, this is spiritual victory in progress. You have been calm, but not weak. Silent, but powerful. And now the air is thick with the sound of divine justice stepping in. You don't need to prove your worth to the people who want to stain your name. The truth is already speaking louder than their accusations. And what God is building for you cannot be cancelled by courtrooms of man. Archangel Michael says, this battle ends in celebration. The trap they set is about to be their own undoing. The paper that was meant to delay you will instead document your deliverance. Stay calm. Because the moment they believe they have won is the very moment heaven will flip the table. And when God flips it, everything they relied on scatters. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There are divine witnesses now stepping into the situation. A phone call, a voice, or a document will arrive unexpectedly, and it will dismantle the false narrative. You will not be dragged into drama, you will be elevated from it. The people who believed they could speak for you are about to be silenced. The lawyer involved will begin to question the integrity of their client. And the deeper they dig, the more lies will surface. This is not just protection, it's promotion. This test was orchestrated to prove who you are, not break you. And every moment of pain you've endured is about to be rewarded. Archangel Michael says, you will walk away from this not only free but favored. This will be the beginning of a new chapter, and everything they tried to steal from you will come back multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Your name is not ordinary, it is marked. When they spoke it in falsehood, they unknowingly placed it under judgment. Not from a man, but from heaven itself. The people who gossiped about you will now have to explain why everything they said is crumbling. The one who tried to remove you will witness your rise. And the attorney they involved will remember this moment for a long time. This will be the case they never forget, not because of what they tried to prove, but because of how the truth turned the entire situation around. They lit a fire, but they didn't know your feet walk on holy ground. You are not fighting this alone. This is now a spiritual ruling. Heaven has made its verdict, your name is cleared. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You won't even need to fight the way you thought you would. Because the doors they tried to shut are unlocking on their own. Even their silence is starting to work in your favor. Let them stay quiet. Let them pretend you don't know. Because your silence is not weakness, it is wisdom sharpened by faith. Heaven is removing every fake version of you that others tried to paint. Your real story is being restored. And the people who believed lies are about to witness your truth rise with glory. You are not just surviving this. You're stepping into a divine elevation. One that can't be blocked, no matter who signs papers or files claims. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. You are covered. Watched. Protected. And nothing, absolutely nothing, filed against you will succeed. This storm is revealing who stands with you and who stood against you. Let that revelation come. Because once it does, only the right people will rise beside you. Your peace cannot be purchased or stolen. Your calling cannot be cancelled. The person who tried to take your future through paperwork is now facing spiritual consequence. This is your time. And everything that was supposed to hurt you is now being reversed for your glory. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The legal strategy they thought would trap you is now unraveling. Bit by bit, the lies are falling apart, and even the ones they convinced are starting to question everything. Behind closed doors, a conversation is happening. Your name is being cleared in secret before it's cleared in public. A shift is unfolding faster than they expected. You are not going to be caught off guard anymore. The attacks that once disoriented you are now signs that your elevation is near. There's something sacred happening around your name. Heaven is sending spiritual advisors, voices of wisdom, even strangers who will support you without knowing your full story. They will speak for you in rooms you've never entered. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You are going to receive news that flips your emotions in a powerful direction. What once had you worried will soon become your testimony of breakthrough. The timing of this divine reversal will be undeniable. The lawyer may try to delay. The person who used your name may try to distract. But none of their moves can undo what God has sealed. You are in the middle of a holy case. Not only will your name be restored, but a new level of authority will come with it. You will be known not just for surviving, but for how heaven defended you. The letter they tried to write to ruin you is now the letter that's working for you. In their arrogance, they pushed too far. Now they will watch as the truth they buried rises like a wave. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Everything that was taken is coming back in divine sequence. Not rushed. Not late. But in perfect alignment. Some people will suddenly pull back. They will no longer stand against you. That is because heaven has whispered your truth into their spirit. You are not forgotten. Every tear, every moment of confusion, every "why me?" has now created space for the most powerful form of justice, peace with favor. Not just cleared, but blessed through the battle. Archangel Michael says, they tried to forge power with paperwork, but heaven holds the original record. You are the rightful bearer of this victory. And this situation has now become the doorway into something new. Type Amen to get blessing 123. There is paperwork being rewritten right now. Something behind the scenes is being re-reviewed. And it will shift the entire energy of what was once an attack into your favor. Someone from the legal side is starting to doubt the other person's story. They're seeing cracks in the case. They're seeing things don't add up, and that's your divine setup. You won't need to force anyone to believe you. The truth is doing its job. Heaven has already stirred hearts that are in position to defend you. This is not about revenge. It's about spiritual restoration. Everything that went wrong is being redirected toward what is right. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Your name will be mentioned in powerful rooms for good reasons. What they tried to mark against you will now mark you for promotion. There will be an announcement, spiritual first, then physical. People are going to be stunned when they hear how it ends. You'll walk into a space where they once whispered about you, and they'll have no words to say. Because your favor will speak louder than anything they said. The same lawyer who once accepted lies will begin to shift energy. They may not apologize to you directly, but their actions will show they regret touching this case. Because now, it's fire. And not the kind that destroys you, but the kind that burns falsehood out of your life forever. Type Amen to get blessing 232. What started as sabotage is ending as your signature moment. You're walking out of this not with shame, but with wisdom, favor, protection, and elevation. Your silence was strategy. Your patience was power. The spirit world has taken over this battle. And you are no longer the target, you are now the testimony. God is not just restoring your name but raising your level. From this moment forward, no legal trap will hold you. No scheme built in darkness will stand. Because the light around you is too divine to be ignored anymore. This is about more than just winning. This is about transforming the story. You were not brought this far to be humiliated, but to be honored. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Let them keep talking. Let them keep trying. They have no idea they are working for your divine advantage. They gathered lawyers, but heaven gathered angels. They plotted, but you prepared in silence. And now, the shift will come in one move, unexpected, unstoppable. They thought they were ahead because you were quiet. But now they're about to realize you were just gathering divine support. This is your time to rise. Someone connected to that legal chain is about to come to your defense. It may not be who you expect. But the truth will find its way through them. Type Amen to get blessing 616. A new day is coming. When you wake up to the message or call that everything has turned. That what was against you is now working for you. This isn't just a legal case, this is a key. A divine unlocking is coming, and you will see doors open that were once bolted shut. You are walking out of this with clarity, confidence, and confirmation. Your name is not stained, it is sealed. And the power over you has been broken. They can't control the outcome anymore. The pen is not in their hand, it's in God's. The decision is no longer in human courts, it's in divine hands. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Remember this, they filed against your name, but they didn't know your name was already written in glory. They tried to use the law to erase your light, but now they'll be blinded by it. Your reputation is being redeemed. Your destiny is being redirected. The plans of heaven are unfolding with each passing hour. You don't need to beg, plead, or force. Let the truth flow. Let the storm reveal the strength of the one who walks with angels. You were marked, but not for destruction. You were marked for elevation. This is the miracle that they didn't see coming. Type Amen to get blessing 711. The next chapter is already writing itself. You'll walk through it with dignity and divine fire. People will try to understand how you overcame, and they won't be able to explain it. Let them try to figure it out. They can't. Because what's happening now is not natural, it's spiritual. You've been tested, but now you'll be trusted. You've been silent, but now you'll be seen. And those who once doubted you will have to watch from the sidelines. This is not the end of a legal case. This is the beginning of your spiritual rise. And you'll never walk through something like this again. Type Amen to get blessing 411. Your peace will return. Stronger than before. The person who tried to cause you harm will now face their own inner storm. They disturbed your name, but God restored your throne. And now, your name is not just safe. It is sacred. Let this be the last time they touch anything tied to you. Because heaven has drawn a line. You are now untouchable in spirit. Let them talk. Let them scramble. But you, walk in grace. Because the case has closed in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 303. The atmosphere is no longer the same. What was once heavy with fear is now pulsing with divine confirmation. You may not feel it all at once, but heaven has shifted the weight off your shoulders. Everything that was building against you is collapsing in slow motion. The walls that were being built to box you in are cracking one by one. The more they try to push, the more favor is activated over your life. The lawyer who was once used against you will feel uneasy. Something will stop them from proceeding too far. Because the one thing they didn't calculate into the plan was the interference of angels. Type Amen to get blessing 377. The paper they filed will now return to them, spiritually marked. The energy behind their intentions is being judged by forces they cannot see. You were never alone in this matter, divine hands were already tracing every detail. There's going to be a surprise twist. A key piece of evidence, or an email someone forgot about, will surface at the perfect time. It will prove what you've known all along. You may not even have to lift your voice. The truth will walk in with its own power. And it will not whisper. It will thunder through the case and scatter every false claim made against you. You were underestimated by them, but not by heaven. And now, your name is being removed from the mouth of liars and placed in the language of breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 929. What they did was intentional. What heaven is doing is eternal. The damage they tried to cause will become the soil where your testimony grows. You won't need revenge. Because you're about to receive restoration. Every piece of the puzzle is coming together in your favor. Even people who were against you at first will start to feel the weight of truth. They'll back away quietly, pretending they never believed the lie. And that's okay, because your victory won't need their apology. You are walking into a moment that will define your next season. Not because of what they tried, but because of how God turned it all around. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Expect a message. Expect a decision. Expect something unexpected, something that will bring peace into your chest where pressure once lived. The storm that carried your name into legal darkness is dissolving. It's losing force. And all that remains is the light shining back on you. You will breathe easier. You will sleep deeper. Because the anxiety that once filled your soul is being replaced with divine knowing. It's over now. The documents that held your name hostage are being spiritually shredded. The chains are off. And you're about to walk out not only free, but favored. Type Amen to get blessing 353. You may not have seen it happen with your physical eyes, but something major shifted. When you trusted, even without proof, heaven moved. You showed faith while your name was being mishandled, and now that faith is your shield. They cannot touch what God has cleansed. They cannot twist what heaven has sealed. And they cannot use the system against someone who is surrounded by angels. Even now, they are becoming nervous. The story isn't working the way they wanted. And they're realizing, they played with the wrong name. Your name is holy. Your name is guarded. Your name is about to open doors, because this was the final attack before your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 171. You are not finished, you are just beginning. This was your courtroom season. But your crown is coming next. A divine vindication is about to rain down so hard it will silence everything they said. You won't even have to fight back, they'll feel the defeat in their own hearts. The shame they tried to throw on you is now returning to them sevenfold. But you won't even gloat, you'll just glow. Your spirit will carry so much light, it will shake even the ones who doubted you. Let it unfold. Let it rise. Because this is your sacred unveiling. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. This matter was meant to mark you, but instead, it matured you. It built something in you that no man, lawyer, or liar can take away. And now, because you remained quiet when you could have screamed, because you stayed rooted when you could have run, your reward is coming in waves. A person you don't even know is going to step in. They will speak in a way that shifts everything. They will carry truth with them like a sword, and cut the lie in half. They thought you were isolated. They didn't know you were insulated by divine favor. Now they'll see. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Your reputation is not only safe, it's about to be elevated. You're not just getting cleared. You're getting called forward. The person who tried to tie you up in confusion is about to be untied from your life permanently. They opened the door for something they were not prepared to face, divine correction. And God does not miss. He sees what was done in secret. And now, He's about to reward what was suffered in silence. You are on the edge of one of the most undeniable turnarounds of your life. When it happens, remember, this wasn't luck, it was alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 909. The table is turning, and your name is being announced in a different way now. From accused to anointed. From target to testimony. You are going to walk in places with confidence again. You won't have to explain what happened. People will see your peace, and they'll know you survived something sacred. The legal attack may have been loud, but your comeback will echo even louder. And your story will become the very thing others point to when they talk about divine protection. Archangel Michael says, the case is no longer theirs. It belongs to the Lord. And He has ruled in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 737. They saw you as vulnerable. But they never imagined you were chosen. They read your silence as weakness, but heaven heard it as worship. You didn't retaliate. You didn't panic. And because of that, your victory will be peaceful and perfect. Your name will not be remembered for what they tried to pin on you, but for the grace you carried under pressure. This case became your crown. The trial became your throne. From this moment forward, you're untouchable. Let the world wonder. Let them watch. Your testimony has just begun. Type Amen to get blessing 2020.